Okay, so now we're getting ready to start the second ear flap. See, you can see it's over there. All right, so we're just gonna do the exact same thing that we did. So I've got here, and then we're gonna chain 2 and then turn, and then do 8 half double crochets, starting with this first stitch that you see, the first little opening. Okay, and once you do 8, you will chain 2, turn, and then we're going to do a half double crochet decrease. So you yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, and pull through. Then you yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. Then you do 4 half double crochets. Okay, and then you're going to do another half double crochet decrease. So yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert hook, and this will, at least apparently for me, will be a very tight squeeze to get that last one in there, but it does work eventually. A little finagling, I guess. Okay, then you yarn over. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. You chain 2, turn, do a half double crochet decrease, two half double crochets, half double crochet decrease, and this one is fighting me. Okay, finally got it. Then you yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and then pull through all 5 loops, or 10 loops, depending on how you want to look at it. Chain 2, and then just 2 half double crochet decreases. And then you're going to make a slip stitch. And then you're going to slip stitch your way all the way down again until you get to the base. Okay, when you get down to the end, you make a slip stitch in the same stitch that the ear flap starts in, or finishes in, depending on which direction you're looking at it. Okay, and then you are going to do a half double crochet into the next stitch, and then continue on until you get to the end, and you're going to change colors if you want. If you prefer to not change colors, you can just do it in the same color, but I'm going to be changing colors. So you're going to do 10 full half double crochets, and then the 11th one, you know, that's when you're going to change the color, but technically it's 11 half double crochets. I'm coming up on the last half double crochet, which is done right here. See, there's the chain, and it's that right there. So you yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull through, but to change the colors, you're going to grab your secondary color and just sort of make a loop around it and pull through. And then we're going to make a slip stitch into the top of this half double crochet here. So not the top of the chain, but right here. Alright, and there you go. And then you're going to chain 2. And then you're probably going to go ahead and cut your gray tail. So once you've chained 2, then you're just going to work half double crochets all the way around. And I will, once I get over to the ear flaps, I'll give you a little hint or trick or tip or whatever about how to work into the sides of the ear flap, since it's technically not, you know, like a regular stitch that you're working into. Okay, so here is the first ear flap of the hat that I did, and I just wanted to show you what it looked like. Basically, you know, you get to here, and then you're just sort of going to work your way up around. There's no exact count. The only thing I will recommend is that at the corners, you're going to do 2. So like there's 2 in this one stitch here and 2 in this one stitch here. And that's just so that way this is actually full and there's not like a big gap or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to actually just go ahead and videotape this and this one here. Alright, so I've done a half double crochet to here, and then this is where it is. I'm going to work a half double crochet into this, basically the corner. Okay, and then at this point, you know, like I said, there's no exact number. Now it is 4 rows up, so hopefully you have at least that many. That's a good place to start, I suppose. You may not be able to get it into like a specific side of the stitch or anything like that, but just try to do it without getting, see, like right here, you don't want to put you could, I guess, but I'm not going to put my hook in right here. I'm going to actually put it in the middle of this stitch here, because there's just where I want to do it. And that way, once, I'll show you, let me finish it here. It's so that way I'm not pulling this stitch apart anymore, so that there's not like a big hole there. Alright, and you'll just continue on up. Ooh, and you probably will have to sort of be a little forceful with your hook, but to get it in the middle of a stitch, but it'll work. And see, for this one, I don't really have any other choice, but I'm going to have to put it in the side of the stitch here, where it's just got the 2 strands, but I'll show you, because once I'm actually going to put, this was the chain, and I'm going to put my hook right there. And then I'm going to do another stitch right in that same space, and you'll see even the fact that I just put it in those 2 looks like the one side of the loop, it still looks full, like it doesn't have a big noticeable gap or anything like that. And then this side, this was the side that has the slip stitches on it, so it'll be a little easier to do the top. That's just the top of a stitch, so you do that normally. And then here at the top of this, we're going to do 2. Do that same space, and that basically makes like your corner. And what you may have to do with these slip stitches, because for instance, I won't be able to actually get it through. So with the slip stitches, I normally just go underneath the slip stitch. Like I said, you will have to use quite a bit of force if you crochet as tightly as I do. And just notice how it looks. That's really the most important thing. If you have an extra stitch or one less stitch or something like that, that's fine. But you just want it to sort of look evenly spaced. And you don't want any like big gaps or anything, you know, poking out. Okay, and then back at this corner, I'm going to do 1 in the side of this stitch here. Okay, and then I'm going to do 1 in where the base of the ear flap is. Okay. And then at this point you're back on your regular stitches, so you just continue to work until you get to the end, and then you will bind off if you want to. I'm only doing 1 row of black, but if you prefer, you could go ahead and just continue on and do another row. You would, if you choose to do that, you will make a slip stitch once you get to the end, chain 2, and then work half double crochets all the way around. I just wanted to make a note about when you are weaving in the ends. There's obviously a lot of them. It looks like a little weird, I don't know, something or other. Anyway, with these, I haven't tied any of these off or anything, but when you are tightening them, you're going to want to look inside, see how this one, see if I can get it to focus, there we go. See right here, this stitch right here, or this like little piece of yarn right here, this vertical one. See if I pull in on it, you just want to make it look like the other ones do in the row where it hasn't been. So you will need to pull just a little bit. Don't pull too tight, otherwise it's going to look weird, but just make sure that it looks right before you go ahead and weave in your ends. I will probably actually not make a knot for that, so that way it stays at the right tension, so it looks, you know, so it looks right. Okay, here's the hat. It's all finished. You can see that it has the ear flaps and everything. They are not particularly big, but my husband requested that they weren't too, you know, like floppy, I guess. You could add a tassel if you wanted to. You just, you know, we just sew it in there, but he said that he didn't want one of those, so I don't know. I think this will work. He's tried it on and everything, and it covers his ears really well and keeps the wind out, which was the whole point. Okay, so I need to buy one of those like mannequin heads because I'm right now using my pin holder. It's pretty sad. Yay, pins. All right. Here it is. Now the hat does sit, it's sort of, I wouldn't say it's like flat, but it's not really that rounded when it's sort of just sitting. But when it's on, it conforms to like the shape of the head and everything really nicely. So there you go. Thanks for watching and have a great day.